You're still lingering like the old cologne that you wore. I still see your face in the empty frame by the door.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm really excited to share today's video with you guys because I have not done a fabric haul in quite a while and I have been accumulating these fabric over the last few weeks. I'm really excited to share these with you guys because most of them are really inspired by the season that we're currently in, which is fall. So we're transitioning from really hot summers here in Texas to where the days, or should I say the morning, is a little cooler and gets me a lot excited about wearing some sweaters. So sweater weather is definitely coming. It's nowhere near what is going on with my old home, Wisconsin, because they have already experienced some snow. It's not going to stick, but they already experienced it. And I'm looking forward to sharing these with you guys. So if you're interested, please meet me in the next section. I will share with you the gifted fabric first and then all that I purchased over the last few weeks. The first fabric we're going to look at is a beautiful brown, black, biscuity tone sweater knit. It's from Minerva Fabrics, and this is one of their exclusive design. It's really pretty. It's got a really nice hand to it. I love how this feels. I like the weight. It's going to look really awesome in those sweaters that you see all over like Instagram and Amazon, those Pinterest pins. It's going to really make one of those lovely sweaters, and I have intention to probably make an inspired sweater. So be on the lookout for this showing up in my feed on Instagram as well as here as a sweater because I think it's perfect. It's really ideal. It's got a nice weight and it also has really nice stretch. So look at this. And then the recovery. So that's really what I look for when I purchase fabric. Finding a really good knit that has great recovery so it can keep the shape of the pattern that I decided to work on. So that is the first one from Minerva. The next one I have here is more of a chalet style. Actually, I have two chalets, and this is another one of the exclusive. Now, I love this print. It is so beautiful. If you are familiar with tea, crumpets, and Zoe? Jeez, I can't remember the channel. There it is. Well, anyway, T and we did a collaboration earlier this year, but I recently saw on her feed the same fabric from Minerva and she's made a really beautiful dress. So you should definitely check it out. I am looking forward to working with this. Purple is one of my favorite colors and I cannot wait to make a really pretty dress with this. I am thinking and envisioning something with a high neckline. Check out this inspiration here. I really like that design. I think it's going to look really amazing if I can pull it off with this fabric. I think the gathering around the neckline would look really pretty. Just the print is amazing. So here it is. Give me a second while I switch it to the next side. Okay, I think this handles better and you can see my face a lot better as well while I'm talking. But look at this. Isn't this just the most beautiful shades of purple and pink? And the design is just so beautiful and well thought of. I really love this. So I'll definitely share some inspiration throughout the videos and tag them down below so you guys can probably check out some of those inspirations as well. But I really like this print. It's got a really nice hand. It's got a beautiful flow and it would look great as a dress, amazing as a blouse. Maybe think of Tillian the Buttons Marnie, which is really beautiful. It's got all those pin tuck-in details, or is it smocking? I'm not familiar with them. I think it's smocking, right? I don't know. Somebody tell me. But I do have the pattern and I do plan to make that really soon. But this would look great as a marni as well. So let me know your thoughts. What would you make with this beautiful chalet print from Minerva? I'm definitely looking forward to something with a high neck, long sleeves, probably some elasticizing along the cuff area, and then a little ruffle to the end, and probably long, so like a maxi if I can get that out of this fabric. The next fabric and the last one from Minerva is this really fun. It looks like jelly, like it's not jelly beans, they're flowers and petals, but I think this is super cute. And my first thought when I saw this was to make the marni in it, but then I wasn't too sure because it's kind of dark and you may not be able to see all the details of the marni, so let me know your thoughts. I really like this print, and again, these fabric from Minerva are just so beautiful. The weight is really nice and the flow and drape is just beautiful. The color is super vibrant. I haven't washed these yet, but once I make a project and I share it with you guys, I'll let you know what the reaction is once it's washed, if the colors stay as vibrant as they are at day one compared to being washed after being worn and being sewn as well. But I love this print. I think it's so fun. It's not a fall color, but you can wear this with a jeans if you make a shirt and then have a really nice big shacket like that one in a probably a brown or even a maroon color. Although this is like so bubbly and just really excitable, this color I think is really excitable because it's got this sort of bubblegum cotton candy on the black background. And because of that black background, I'm thinking that if you have a burgundy shacket or a jacket, that would tie it into fall and make it kind of transition into this season. But it's definitely one of my favorite prints right now. I like it, and I'm just thinking about summer dresses. I know, wrong season, but this is so cute. I like it a lot, and I cannot wait to make a dress with this because that's probably where I'm going with a dress. Okay guys, so that is the last of the Minerva fabric that I have. The next set of fabrics are from Joann. Two are for me, and then one of the fabrics is for my daughter. So let me grab them and I'll be right back. Okay, so when I first started this video, I told you guys that most of the fabrics are for the fall season. And I have 3 of them here. The fabrics that I picked, they're all in a certain color theme. I'm really interested in the rich browns and those rust colors and greens, and just those are the colors that I really am vibing on for this fall season. So rust, evergreen, hunter's green, that sort of forest green color. I'm loving the mustards as well as really deep burgundy, and I am so in love with gold buttons for this season. I don't know if anyone is doing that, but I am. So I picked up these buttons from Joann's and I'm going to add them to this beautiful crinkle knit fabric. Now, you're thinking that this looks really awesome, right? It's so beautiful. It's really showing up super bright, but it's a kind of golden orange. But I'm telling you, if you think that this looks really good, wait until you actually see what the fabric looks like, because this is the wrong side of the fabric. Wrong side, right? Now here is the inside. It's just like, bam! Isn't that just crazy? Look at that. So freaking fantastic. I just love this. Look at that. Like, I saw it, I took it off from their rack and I was like, oh, I love this. And then it opened out to this and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Somebody is looking down on me because this is like so amazing. I just love this. Oh my gosh. Guys, I am all about making a roll neck with this or a mock turtleneck, completely fitted, and add in some gold buttons to the cuff, because I'm thinking about making a cuff sort of top, kind of like this one, which I made earlier this year in January, February month. That's a birder style pattern. I'm thinking about making something similar to that, or making this one, which is a simplicity pattern. This pattern here that you're going to see somewhere on the screen. So that is the first fabric from Joann's, and I'm really loving it. I'm loving it basically because it's so rich. The tone is so amazing, but the feel is also really good, and it's got a decent stretch to it. So I know that the recovery will be really nice. So it's got a really nice stretch to it. So that is fabric 1 from Joann's. Now fabric 2 is along the same color. This one doesn't have the wow power of the last one, but this one is just a rib knit. I've been looking for a good rib knit for a long time, and I'm just not finding anything locally. And then when I went to Joann's, I found this one and I really like it. I like the color. Like I said, pumpkin and spice, that sort of color is really what I'm looking at for this year. And it's got really good stretch as well. So that is an amazing find. And I actually like all the rib knits at Joann's this year. They are really good. The quality is amazing. And they actually do have a nice set of colors to choose from. So definitely head over to Joann's whenever they have their sales, because that's pretty much the only time I want to shop, and check them out because they do have some pretty good quality knit fabrics as well as these ribs. I said ribs there and I thought about like food rib. So let's just go back and say this again. So Joann's have a really good ribbed knit fabric that you can check out. They have a wonderful color selection. That's better than saying ribs. Okay guys, so the last fabric I have to share with you from Joann's is for Sophia. We were shopping for those 2 fabrics and she happened to see this camouflage waffle knit fabric. Here it is. It's got a really nice feel to it. She's a very picky individual when it comes to items like brushing against her skin. She does not like anything to have any sort of resistance on her skin. So I jumped at the opportunity since she said she really liked this fabric by looking at it, so we had to get it. I made the Freya from Tilly and the Buttons Stretch book a few years ago for her, and the dress and the top that I made, the sweater, still fits her. And she was 10 when I made it for her, and she's 13 now, and those things still fit her today, and she still wears them. So anyway, she's requesting that I make that with it for her. If you don't know what book I speak of, everyone pretty much knows this, but just in case, so this is the book that the pattern is in, and we will be looking at the roll neck version. So that's what I'll be making for her from my Joann's mini, or should I say a super mini haul, because I picked up 3 fabrics. And now we move into my mood fabric. Guys, I didn't buy too much from Mood. They're not like super fancy fabrics anyway. They're just like for basic stuff. I'll show you. They're French terries, and they're for my husband and my son. I don't think my husband likes the fabric. He looked at it and he's like, it's scratchy. He just looked at it and he's like, they're scratchy. So I don't know how excited I am about working on this project. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm looking around because I'm trying to remember the name of the jogger that I'm going to make for them with this to say it to you guys, and I couldn't find my phone anywhere. It's charging. So I'm making the Hudson jogger for both Isaac and Brad, and I have blue, and I have black. So really boring colors, but I really enjoyed working on the Hudson earlier this year for them. And the first one I made, there was a lot of errors in it, but that was because I've never sewn the pattern before. But now that I've sewn the pattern before, I totally know what not to do, and I've made a second one for my husband. So that one came out a lot better than the first one. So I think that these, I'm totally ready for them, and it's such a quick make. Basically, you can put these guys into production, and they both love how the Hudson fits for them, and they do feel really, really comfortable wearing them. I also picked up ribbings for them, and I know I didn't give you all the details on the fabrics, but I will shortly. But this is rib knit trim from Mood, and I really like this. I just don't want to have to deal with the French terry. It doesn't have as much give as this for the cuff on the hem of the legs, and I just wanted it to be easy, and I wanted them to be happy about it, because that was the one thing that they didn't like, that I made a self cuff with the fabric, and they just said there was no give. It was really hard to get in and out of. But this fabric here is it's a French terry with a loop back. So they're heavy. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. There's a little stretch to it, and this is the back. So it's got those loops there. So that's the blue, and that's for Mood. And then this is the black one, right there. And then this is the loop. Whoops, it just wants to do its own thing. And then this is the loop back. But yeah, I am going to make those for the boys. And while at Mood, I always buy something for myself, and I happen to also pick up something again for Sophia. So I picked up this French terry for her, and it's a lot softer than those, and it's a lot thinner as well. So I'm hoping that she's actually a lot more happy with her fabric. She has not seen it yet. She knows I purchased it for her, but she was like, I don't want to see it. I want this one to be a surprise. So my goal is to make the Hudson for her. Why am I stammering? The goal is to make the Hudson for her as well, and also try to get a hoodie out of this fabric. So I don't have a hoodie pattern specifically for her. Like, I have a few, but I'm not sure if she's gonna like it. She really likes wearing hoodies, but here's a question. You guys look at this, you see how it falls, you see the weight of it. Look at that drape. Should I make a hoodie with this, or should I get a green fabric or a pink fabric to match and make a hoodie so she's got a set? That's the thought. But she really, really loves this stars. I know she'll love it. She hasn't seen it yet, but she's got something similar to this with stars, and I think it will be really fun to make for her for the holidays. She hasn't seen this yet, so I'm looking forward to getting that done for her. And the last thing here is what I got for myself. Now, I got a yard. Someone just came in the door. Okay, so I have a yard and a half of this fabric, and it's just to make a sweater. I picked this up because I like the print. I thought that this print would look really good. As I was saying earlier in this video about those Pinterest sweaters that you see, as well as those on Amazon that everyone wears, I really thought that this would work well, because then I didn't have to buy 3 different fabric to put them all together. So that's why I purchased this one. It's a really nice fabric, great stretch, and it's really pretty. I like that the colors are muted, although it's the fall season and I love those rust colors, I still like having these as well. So that is it from the Mood Fabric. I'm looking forward to opening my Style Makers because I've had this Style Maker box for 2 weeks and I haven't opened it yet. So meet me in the next section. I'll open that box and show you the fabrics that I purchased from them. Okay guys, yes, I told you I had this for 2 weeks. This came on the 6th of October and I still haven't opened it yet. I know what's in here, but I just didn't want to open it and I kind of wanted to do an unboxing. Okay, so here we go. So this is from Style Makers, and like I said earlier that yes, I really wanted colors to, I wanted the colors to just represent this season. So I have some awesome fabric here, and I've been looking for really good rib knit fabric. So I have 4 here. Let me get them out. Y'all, here we go. Okay, so here we go. I always love receiving fabrics from Style Makers. They just do a really nice job of preparation and cutting in your fabric. Okay, so the first fabric that I have here is mid-weight cotton knit in the color Plum. And I plan to make sweaters or tops with these, and oh, this has such great stretch and recovery. I love it. Love the color. I cannot wait to make a few. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I really like this color. I love this fabric, and I really do appreciate how they send your receipt for you with the image and the exact name. It just really helps you. You can keep that for future reference, especially if you want to know how the fabric is, because you can always cut out a piece of this and just stick it on your receipt if you keep them. I do keep mine because I like to know what fabrics feel like, because buying them from an online shop, they're different, you know. Different stores, they get different fabrics from different places. They may have the same name, but they may not have the exact same fibers, and they may not all really reflect the same feel and flow. So that's why I like to do it. Anyways, love this color. Looking forward to making either a roll neck or a turtleneck, or maybe a square neck. This has enough stretch and recovery that it would really look nice in a square neck where it will keep the shape, and the color is just amazing. So looking forward to working with this one. The next one is a similar, it's the same fabric, so it's the cotton knit mid-weight, but this color is an olive. And I just love the recovery on this thing. This would be really good for like leggings. It's just really a good fabric. I'm amazed by the quality of this. It's so ready to wear, so Lululemon-ish. Totally loving this, and I love this color. I wanted something a little bit deeper, but maybe later on I'll get one of those rich green sort of emerald forest color. The next fabric I have is, this one is the color Sand, and it's the luxury plush rib knit. This one will definitely make a traditional sort of fall sweater, because it's got that traditional color. You can wear it with anything, with a deep blue jeans. You can also wear it with really nice scarves and change it up depending on if you make a v-neck or just a crew neck. So the scarves that you wear will totally change the look of this. So this one will go with the mile because it's very versatile. And I do like the color. And let's see what the stretch looks like. Oh my gosh, this would also make a really beautiful full length dress, a rib dress. This would be great. I just don't have enough fabric, but I love the recovery on this one. It's just so amazing. Guys, I'm just so like amazed by the packaging of this because it's cut straight, like there's no jagged ends. Like I really like how neat it is. And lastly, I have this variegated rib sweater knit. This is the color Spice. Yes, I'm going to be the fall gal. I'm going to just really enjoy these colors because I can see this sort of color, and the packaging slid off my legs, guys. Okay, so what I was saying is this sort of color is so beautiful. This is a variegated, so there is some other teeny colors in here. I hope you can see it. I'm not sure you can. So there it is. There's just a hint of like biscuity tones in there, really light hint of that biscuity tone, and then a little dark tone as well. It's really beautiful, and you can make lovely sweaters for the season, and you can even make cardigans with these, especially the sand one. This would be a really nice cardigan, and you can wear it with anything and it will last for ages, and it will make your wardrobe so beautiful. But guys, these are all the fabrics that I have now to sew for the fall season. I'm not sure if I will do any like planning videos. They never seem to go through for me, guys, because I change my mind so often, especially when I get to the cutting table. Sometimes I know exactly what I want and I do it, and then other times I'm like, something new just popped up. I'm going to change my mind and do it. So it's really hard for me to come here and sit down and say, this is what I'm going to do for this month. These are the patterns I'm going to work for. I always struggle with that when I have new fabric. I want to kind of give you an idea what's in the back of my mind for these as projects. So maybe I will do a planning video, but it's not going to be like, these are the patterns that I'm going to work with. It would probably more be like, these are the styles that I'm thinking of. And I think that might be a better way to approach it. But those are all the fabrics that I have newly in my stash, and I cannot wait to start cracking on them. Guys, I have one more collaboration for this month, as well as the challenge that I am taking part in, which is the Sew Upcycle, hosted by Karen and Becky. So look out for those two projects at the end of the month, and anything else that I make will be popped up during the week. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you saw some fabrics that are interesting to you, and that you also share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought and what are your recommendations regarding each fabric, the style, the pattern, what would look best on me, what you would make. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all in another upload. Bye bye.
Push you away and we're done just like that. Something about you is pulling me back, and I'm holding on.